Hey, how's it going? Okay, so in this first tutorial in this series about how to create Excel files using Python, we're just going to import the xlsxwriter module, and we're going to create an empty Excel files with two sheets that we will name data and analysis. The first thing we need to do is to import the module. And the next thing we need to do is to instantiate a workbook. Now the workbook represents the file itself. So a workbook will have several sheets that then we will enter our data into. Now what workbook takes here is the path and file name of the file that we want to export from Python. In my case, I created an output folder. And in this output folder, I'm gonna create the file. Great, so now we have a workbook. Let's create our first sheet. So I'm creating a worksheet and I'm saving it to the variable called worksheet_data, and I'm passing the name data to the add worksheet function, which is going to name that worksheet for us. I'm also going to create an analysis worksheet. And when we run that, our workbook now has two worksheets. One way to verify this is to call sheet names on our workbook, which is going to give us a list of all the sheet names that are available in our workbook. So we get a dictionary, and we can see that analysis is there, and it is set equal to some kind of object. I'm guessing it's the analysis worksheet object. And the same thing goes for data. And in fact, if we call analysis just the way we would call any dictionary element, we can see that we get the worksheet object returned to us. If we then test this by setting it equal to our analysis worksheet, we should get true, which we do, which means they are equivalent to each other. So our worksheet analysis object that we saved in a variable is the same worksheet that we can find in our dictionary of sheet names on the workbook. So it seems to have worked. Our workbook has two sheets. Now if we were running some kind of analysis, we would add data and we would format data and so forth. All this stuff will go through in future tutorials. For now, I'm just going to skip that and go on to the final step, which is actually saving this to an Excel file on our machine. In order to do that, you have to close the workbook. So once I run this, it's actually going to create that Excel file on my system. We can verify this by opening this Excel file. I've navigated to the output folder, which is, if you look at the path that I used here when I created my workbook, you see that it's created here in the output folder. I'm in the output folder in my terminal. And I'm now going to open this creating workbooks with worksheets Excel file in my terminal. I don't have Excel on my machine, so I'm going to use OpenOffice. And when I run that, it's going to open OpenOffice for us. And here we go. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller there so we can look at it more closely. You'll see we have an empty Excel file, which makes sense. And it has two sheets, data and analysis. So it looks like we were able to create the workbook with the two sheets that we wanted to create. That's it for now.